Hey guys, welcome back. It's Jen with Happy Humble Home, and it's time for our weekly update. So before we do that though, go ahead, hit subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell so that way you're notified of any activities here on Happy Humble Home. All right, let's flash back to this past week.
You think I'm a good idea? Just like run like a little bit to the woods and stop and look at you. Yeah.
So today, well, yesterday we had Nicholas's 10th birthday party where we did just like a s'mores bar and some campfire or a fire pit with some friends and all. And today we had church and all this morning, and now we're out here going to get some, as you can hear the chainsaw in the background, we're gonna cut up some trees so we have more fire pit wood. So yeah, that's what we're up to today. Okay, go help pick up logs.
That's a lot faster. I can't hold drag.
Hey guys, so it is a beautiful like 70-degree day today. So we're all finished up with school for today, and so we're down here playing at the park. And when I told the boys that we was gonna go to the park, I just told them they could play in the ditch. They didn't even ask to actually play in the park stuff because they would much rather climb down in the ditch and play in the water and all, which works for me. So that's what we're up to. We will be out here, so I'm just gonna park myself on a stump and read while they just explore up and down. Right, good morning guys. So we are in Nashville this morning doing some stuff, and we actually just came out of Krispy Kreme where they was actually doing their hot and fresh, so they got to see how the dough kind of how big the dough starts out, and then when they flip it in the oil and all that, and just watch the yummy donuts. But now we're off to now we're off to the park area, so yeah, that's what we're up to today. So it actually turns out the park that was close by was actually the Centennial Park here in Nashville, and we've actually meant to come up here before, but we never have. So since we're in Nashville this morning, it actually happened to be the park that was close by what we're needing to do. So they're over there playing on the playground area because the Parthenon's not quite open yet, but we're gonna go in there and then we're gonna walk around a little bit and knock off another state park. Y'all, I just have to show you, I love how they put that tree in the middle of the playground. It's like a huge magnolia or gardenia tree, I think, and the playground, it goes all the way around it, so it's completely under that beautiful tree.
Look back here.
What, baby? What? I see it. Is it? Well, the entrance is on the lower level, buddy. Do what, buddy? Alright, hey guys, so this week I did a little bit better at recording a little bit more, but this week has gone pretty good. We did have kind of a different type of school day today since we was going to Nashville and all. We did a little bit of school, like just little worksheets in the car or reading, and then we went to the Parthenon, so we now able to technically, that's technically a state park. So we visited another state park. I got to go in, as you've seen from the video, exploring there a little bit more. That's the first time I've ever been there. I've seen it driving by, but that's about it. Now we're just out here enjoying. Like the last couple days, it's been about 75 degrees out here the last couple days, so it's starting to be that time of the year again where we're getting buttercups and flowers and all. So that's what we're out here. That's what I'm out here scrounging for, is more flowers so I can make me a bouquet to take home. And that's pretty much been about it. Baseball season has officially started back up, which means concessions will start up pretty soon. Soccer's supposed to be starting back up, and this season, as far as sports wise, will be our busy season for sports. School is going well. Like I said, a little bit different, adjusting our school schedule this week a little bit more, but that's pretty much been it, y'all. Not a whole lot has happened on the home front. Okay, if you caught me on my Instagram story, then you'll know that I made some sourdough rolls. Now, it's technically, aesthetically speaking, it was a fail because I let the rolls, wasn't quite big, quite as much as I wanted when I went to bed, so I decided to leave them out and let them rise a little bit more overnight because it wasn't going to be super warm in the house, so I didn't figure they'd rise that much. When I got up the next day, all my beautiful individual rolls had kind of smushed into one, but it was okay though because I still baked them up and froze some, so I actually have those in the freezer. So I'm anxious to see how they actually how I can thaw them out and reheat them and see how they turn out. But the flavor of them was delicious. I could have ate that whole makeshift really big bread pan of rolls, but they turned out, so it was technically, aesthetically speaking, it was a fail, but taste wise it was not, and I'm really happy with that, as I'm still working with my sourdough starter, so we're doing a little bit more on that. Trying not to step on all these gumballs everywhere, but I'm making my way over here. What, bud?
Can you climb this tree?
Can I climb that tree? Yes. There, I climbed the tree. You happy now?
I can climb higher than that.
You can. How are you wanting me to go?
I don't know, I think it's good, I guess.
Huh?
Yeah.
See? So there. See? I climbed even higher. I don't think I can go much higher than this, okay? Is that as high as you go, or do you go higher?
I can go a little bit higher.
You can?
Of course, I don't weigh as much as you do.
Excuse me.
I
What
don't.
is that supposed to mean? It means that you're a kid and I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Alright, so said that's pretty much been about it. That's the life right now. Pretty soon, probably next week or so, I will actually be how'd that go by? I will probably be going in the next week or so to go get all my plants. So I will probably be doing a separate video on that, of just the different things that I plan on growing this season. And then also I am still looking for, if anybody's, I'm wanting to do some intercrops with my tomatoes. So if y'all have ever done that or anything like that, please, love all the advice I can get, especially when it comes to plants and stuff, because I'm still figuring all that stuff out as we go. If you haven't watched, I know a lot of people now are starting to look up if they're wanting to do taters and containers type thing, so be sure to check out my video on that from last year where I did 2 5-gallon buckets. This year we will be doing 8 5-gallon buckets, and I'm getting ready to go get all those. Yes, also one thing, there's a lot of the medicinal plants like the calendula and chamomile and stuff that I'm wanting to do. Or chamomile, I don't know how y'all pronounce it, but everybody, I feel like, pronounces it different. But anyways, a lot of those are self-seeding, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it in my front bed, so that way it can still self-seed, but still keep out other things I don't want growing, like extra weeds and stuff. But I do want the top layer to be rock, just for aesthetics, since it will be kind of more where people can see it a little bit more, and to help with weed control a little bit. So probably what I'm going to end up doing is either taking out the weed barrier completely, so that way my flowers can self-seed, or I will be cutting a extraordinarily large amount around the base of the plant, so that way when the seeds fall, they will fall in dirt and not on the barriers, so that way they can seed and take root like I'm wanting them to do, so that way I don't have to keep replanting every single year and kind of letting them self-seed themselves. That's kind of my attempt. So I don't know if y'all have ever done anything kind of like that. Let me know if the barrier, even if I cut like a huge, like a very, very exaggerated amount around for my plants, if I need to just remove the barrier altogether, if it would probably just be easier to do it that way, because where we're gonna grow, as you've seen in other videos, there is a sidewalk barrier and then the house. So I do have barriers there that will help contain and not go over the sidewalk and all, plus any invasive plants like my mint and all, I will do in containers, so that way, again, I don't have to worry about it being so invasive and taking over either my flower beds that I'm wanting to do or anything else for that matter. Last year I tried to do carrots, and the carrots did not turn out well at all. I'm not really sure why. I've heard a lot of people say that they're kind of tricky to start. So we're gonna try a different method this year with the carrots, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. We'll be able to get that set off and going good. And then also the tomatoes, we'll be doing those. We'll definitely be doing beans. I'm thinking about doing in some zucchini and cucumber. The only problem is, like, I'm the only one in our house that really, well, my oldest son will eat zucchini too. Like if I do my air fried zucchini, like I have a different YouTube video on, so if y'all haven't tried that, go try that out. Really the only two that will eat the zucchini like that, or at least that's the way I cook it. So it's kind of one of those like vegetables that not everybody in my family eats, not everybody in our household eats, then I'm a little bit more hesitant to grow those, just because I feel like I can put that more to space that planting a vegetable or fruit that our whole family will eat. I will also probably be trying to do some strawberries in containers as well, and I haven't decided if I want to do the June berries or whatever the other one is, the everbearing. There we go. I think is it everbearing? Is that the ones that like continually just kind of give off fruit all throughout the season, or the June berries come in all at once? Still trying to figure that kind of stuff out. I need to go, like I said, I will be doing a separate video on when I actually go to the store or wherever I get my seeds from, or my actual plants, that kind of stuff. I will be doing a separate video on that, so watch for that, because pretty soon I will actually be going ahead and getting it all ready. Even though our last frost won't be till later in this month, or the beginning of April is when our last frost date is technically, I probably won't be doing a whole lot planting and stuff until after then. My taters, I will probably go ahead and get in the buckets pretty quick, just because they can stand the colder. So I will probably do those in the next few weeks and get those in just a little bit before the last frost, and then just make sure I cover them up. But yeah, y'all, that pretty much wraps it up for what's been going on and what I plan to have coming. For some exciting things for the channel, how school has went. You know, pretty soon, before I know it, it's gonna be time to do summer, and then once summer hits is when I will start looking more, or actually not even when summer hits, like probably pretty much right as soon as we're done with school. I'll probably take a week or two, and then I'll start looking for what I want for the next year's curriculum and doing videos on that, getting all that set up. Let's see, that's pretty much wraps it up, y'all. Like, as always, if y'all have any questions or comments, be sure to let me know. Don't forget to ring the bell so that way you're notified of all these adventures. And we will be having a hiking adventure coming up in the next couple weeks, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. Yeah, so that pretty much wraps it up. So I will check back in with y'all later. Have a good week.